I was falsely accused by my own family, cast out at 18, and it turned me into something I can never forgive myself for. We became a crew. Together we stole, mugged couples, sold whatever we could get our hands on. Drinking numbed the hunger. Drugs numbed the pain. Violence gave us power in a world that had stripped us of everything. By 1961, I was hardened. I was 22 when I got into a bar fight. A man mouthed off, and without thinking, I smashed a bottle over his head. He dropped fast, bleeding heavily, and the cops came. Before I even realized what I'd done, I was arrested on the spot. Jail was worse than the streets. Inside, you either break or turn to stone. I turned to stone. I stopped trusting anyone. I carried a deep hatred for humanity itself, like the entire world had betrayed me. I lived day to day, angry and empty. By the time I got out, whatever part of me had once been innocent was gone. For a while, I went back to the old ways: crime, hustling, fighting. But eventually I got tired. I found work at a factory, rented a cheap apartment in Chicago. I didn't want friends, didn't want connections. Then I met Janice. She was in her 20s, no nonsense, tough as nails. She ran with some of my old crew, but was different from the others, sharper, more grounded. Somehow we fell into a relationship. It was fiery, passionate. For the first time in years, I felt alive. I told her my story, the betrayal, the lies, and instead of recoiling, she leaned closer. She told me she believed me. She said I deserved better. For a while, life almost felt normal. Then came the letter. One day, I opened the mailbox and found an envelope in my mother's handwriting. My hands shook as I tore it open. Inside was a long letter filled with apologies. She said the truth had finally come out. Isabella had been secretly involved with David all those years ago, and together, they concocted the lies that destroyed my life. They wanted me gone, and it had worked. The letter said they wanted to make amends, even pay me for the damage done. David, now married to Isabella, wanted to apologize in person. Walter had died of cancer a few years back. Reading that letter felt like someone had poured ice water into my veins. I showed it to Janice and my crew. We sat around, talking, drinking, debating. Finally, I made my choice. I sent a reply, naming a time and place, an abandoned warehouse on the edge of town. When the day came, I didn't think they'd show.